Hello and welcome to Meet the Beat. Today we'll show you how to make a real Italian classic. We're going to make ossobuco. We are going to make it in a crock pot and serve it with gremolata on top, so stay tuned for the recipe. We start by taking our ossobuco pieces and pass them through a bowl of flour. And we do this because the flour will help the browning of the meat, as well as it'll thicken the sauce that comes out in the end after we've made the dish in the crock pot. And what we do now is we make 2 cuts in the sinew of the ossobuco, and we do this for the sinew not to curl up when it's cooked, so that it'll get a little more loose. And what we do now is we brown the ossobuco pieces in a hot pan, and we salt and pepper the ossobuco pieces while they're in the hot pan. And it's quite important to season with salt and pepper in order for the meat to have a good taste when it comes out of and the final result is going to be so much better when you do this. What you can see is that the pieces of ossobuco, they all have this very significant bone with bone marrow inside. And the bone marrow is great for eating as well. If you like bone marrow, then it just tastes fantastic when the dish is done. Now we'll use the same pan as we fried the ossobuco in to make the sauce for the dish. So we put 2 small onions or 1 large onion in the pan, just the same pan that we used to brown off the meat. And we add 2 chopped carrots. And we give this a nice stir and a nice little fry up. And then we add in 3 cloves of roughly chopped garlic. And we add in 1 liter of broth. We use a really good veal broth, but you can use whatever you have on hand. And if you don't have the metric system, just put broth in so that it covers up all your vegetables. Now we'll add 1 big tablespoon of white wine vinegar. You can also just use real white wine. Then you should use around 1 cup of white wine. We add in some fresh or a little bit of actually dry thyme and 1 can of diced tomatoes with their juice. Now we'll put the meat, the ossobuco, into the crock pot that is ready for use. And we pour over the sauce on top of the ossobuco, all of the vegetables, all that good stuff. We put on the lid and we cook for 4 hours. Once it's done, it's burning hot. And as you can see here, we have all the pieces of vegetables that have been cooked and soaked in the nice sauce. We have the lovely tender meat that's also been cooked in this beautiful sauce. And the meat is just going to fall off the bone. It's amazing. The sauce you can use the way it is. I would recommend you to get rid of some of the fat that's in the sauce. You can also add a little bit of flour and make it a little more thick. Now we're going to make the gremolata that goes on top of the dish. So you take a couple of handfuls of fresh parsley and you use the zest of 1 organic lemon. And then you add 1 clove of minced garlic to this little combination and you mix it very well. This goes very, very well with the ossobuco because it's kind of a fat dish, so it gives us this nice fresh twist. So don't forget about that. What we do is we serve it on some mashed potatoes, put on a nice chunk of ossobuco and some sauce. And after this, we top off the dish with the lovely gremolata. We put on a couple of nice spoonfuls of that. And once that's all done, you're actually ready to go, ready to eat this lovely Italian dish. So bon appetit! And thank you for watching our video. If you like this one, please give this video a thumbs up and go to our YouTube channel and subscribe, as well as subscribe to our Instagram profile. Thank you.